She was trying to find me. She's like, I hope he's I'm thinking to myself,
4 months of training, you're not going to stop. Yeah. Slow down.
George, do you want to say anything?
No.
Nothing at all?
No, it's not. It's about the kids and you know, all the other representatives.
I was there before. Actually,
4 years ago, when you were in grade 9, think back that far, I taught many of you back then as well, except it was in English back then. You met two people during your first month of school. Kristopher Knowles and Mark Black did a special assembly here at the school. And we wanted to give you a little follow-up on Chris, and he's with us today, and Mark's back with us again today as well. There's a special ceremony that we're going to tell you about that you are part of now by being here, and thank you for that. And we'll let you know what they're about to do and embark on. We have one of our very own students, Kim Reed, who's also
George Marcello speaking.
She's the first cousin to Mark Black, and she is helping, she's actually going to run the torch. You're going to see the torch in a minute. She's going to run that torch over to City Hall in Moncton, and you are a part of it by giving her a nice send-off today as she and Mark run all the way 5 kilometers over to City Hall in Moncton. So I'll let Mark talk to you a little bit now. We don't have a PA system, so you do need to be nice and quiet for him, and the wind's a little bit strong too. So thank you for that.
Hey guys, how you doing? Good. So I'm gonna get close, so some of you may not see me, but hopefully you'll at least be able to hear me. So we're gonna tell you a little bit about why you're here, besides getting, you know, a few minutes out of class, which is always nice. Kristopher Knowles, who I'll introduce in a minute, as Miss Love was mentioning, was here 4 years ago, and he was here walking across Canada for a very important cause. Anybody remember what it was? Organ donation awareness. Excellent. Good memories. And he's back again because as much as the good work that he's done has made a difference, it hasn't fixed the problem. His trip is called SOS4000 because there are still 4,000 Canadians right now waiting for organ and tissue transplants across Canada. And the statistics tell us that 100 to 150 of them die every year because there aren't enough organs to go around and there aren't enough organ donors to go around. And so Kristopher has once again embarked on a cross-Canada trek to raise awareness about the need for organ and tissue donation. Kristopher, last time he was here, was badly in need of a transplant. He's fortunate to be doing better, and I'll let him tell you a little bit about him and how he's doing now. My connection to the story is 5 years ago. I had a heart and double lung transplant. Had it not been for someone that I have never met, I wouldn't be alive today, being able to run this run from here over to City Hall, which I'm very excited to do. So it's very important that you understand the need for organ and tissue donation, and secondly, that you know what you need to do about it. And that is, you need to sign an organ donor card, but more importantly than that, you need to have a conversation with your family and friends, especially your family. Because an organ donor card is great, but if it's in your wallet and nobody knows about it, then generally speaking, action isn't taken. Your family, or your next of kin is the legal term, are the people who make a final decision. So God forbid something should happen to you and you're a potential organ donor, your family has to give their consent in order for you to give your organ. And so having that conversation is incredibly important. One person can save or improve the lives of 40 other people through organ and tissue donation. So we talk a lot sometimes about wanting to make a difference in the world. That's one way that one person can make an incredible difference, because people like myself wouldn't be here today without people like that. So I'm not going to take up any more of your time. I'm just going to come up and tell you a little bit about his story, about his trip, and then you're going to hear from one of your very own who's participating in this event as well. So Chris?
Thanks. Hello, nice to see you all again. I don't know most of your faces, but I do remember coming here. This time we are doing a cross-country tour with the students. We're relaying the torch of life over there. Right across Canada, over 126 students will be carrying that torch with their school, and to raise awareness for organ and tissue donation. The last time I was here, Mark was saying I was in need of a liver transplant, and actually I still am in need of a liver transplant. Haven't got it yet, but they took me off the list 3 years ago, saying that I've been healthy and doing good, I guess. So with that, we're doing fine, and we're on this tour just to make everyone aware again that it is important, because there is 4,000 people right now waiting for organ transplants, including myself. And you know, there's a lot of people dying, and luckily I'm one of the fortunate enough that hasn't died yet, and hopefully not. But you know, it's a sad thing that a lot of people, a lot of my friends are passing away on this waiting list. So we're just trying to make that aware. Also, right now we are actually having one of your representatives in Moncton River High, I guess, Kim, carry the torch from here to City Hall. And with that, when City Hall will have another press conference, and she'll be able to say a few more words. And right now, she is actually going to say a few words before we start walking. So, Kim, would you be able to come up here and say a few words before we head out? Great.
Hey guys, most of you know me. Welcome special guests and grad class. To my grad class, congratulations for getting this far, only 8 more months to go. I am very honored to have this opportunity to continue the journey of the SOS4000 across Canada for organ donation awareness. I hope you will talk with your families about this important subject, because it does work. Considering what Mark has gone through and what Chris is going to go through and hopefully get the transplant, we know organ donation works. Thanks, guys.
Very good.
So with that, we are going to do the ceremony of the lighting of the torch, and I guess music is going to be involved with this as well. So while I go get that started, George, will you be able to go get the torch ready for us?
She has it over
Thank
there.
you. Okay, well, all right.
George, you do that well. Camera, coffee.
You get used to it.
A little bit of practice on the coffee.
Secrets in the coffee.
Excuse me, John.
Yeah, I know.
You set the pace.
Chris, just jog.
When you get around the corner,
Just doesn't matter. Like this.
I'll be a Superman.
Oh, yeah. You my man, you my man, you my Superman. You my man, you my man, you my Superman. Fly me away, fly me high, take me low, anywhere you wanna go. Now let me tell you about my man and how he holds my hand. He got me feeling these feelings I can't describe. He always comes through. It's just a matter of time.
I'll be a Superman.
Faster than the speed of light. I got that kryptonite. I'm gonna make you eat tonight. 'Cause you my man, you my man, you my Superman. You my man, you my man, you my Superman. Fly me away, fly me high, take me low, anywhere you wanna go. You my man, you my Superman. Here by my side, holding me tight. I can face the world, not just today but tomorrow. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I'm so in love with you. You got me feeling these feelings I can't describe. Not a bird, not a plane, it's my hero. Come to save the day.
I'll be a Superman.
It's not a bird, not a plane, it's my hero. Come to save the day. Fly me high, take me low, anywhere you wanna go. He's my superhero. 'Cause you my man, you my man, you my Superman. You my man, you my man, you my Superman. Fly me away, fly me high, take me low, anywhere you wanna go. You my man, you my Superman. Now all my ladies, clap your hands.
Come on.
And all my fellas, do the same.
Come on.
Hey oh, 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 hey
Yo.
Can you get to City Hall?
Yes, I can.
And you're gonna tell them that they're arriving in 10 minutes?
Okay.
Okay, I'll take over from here.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Who are you going to pass the torch to?
To you, sir.
Oh, you're going to pass it to me?
Yeah, introduce yourself
I'm Kim.
and tell her what you're doing today.
I'm running the torch from RHS to up to City Hall.
Okay, well, nice to meet you, Kim, and hi, Mark.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, thanks.
Before. Thank you very much. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with
Well, we're just going to do a photo op right now. If
Okay.
you can just give me 1 second, and if 1 second.
Now it is. So, good afternoon, folks. Welcome. My name is Mark Black, heart and double lung transplant recipient 5 years ago in September. And we're here today to welcome Kristopher Knowles back to Moncton. It's 4 years ago that Kristopher was walking through on his way across Canada last time to raise awareness for organ donation across Canada. And Chris is now back again to do the same thing. Last time he was here, he was waiting desperately for a liver, and fortunately, although he's still waiting, he's doing much better and not waiting as desperately, hopefully, as he was last time, so that's good. But we're here to raise awareness about the fact that there are 4,000 plus Canadians who are still waiting for life-saving organ and tissue transplants, and so the name of Kristopher's trek is SOS4000 to represent those 4,000 plus Canadians who are still waiting. And so without taking up too much more time, I'd like to invite Kristopher Knowles to come up and say a few words about his cross-Canada trek. Chris?
Thank you. Thanks for everyone for coming out today to support SOS 4000 and Step by Step. Today is going to be a national campaign. It's going to be on for about 8 months. We started our trek on October 1st in St. John's, Newfoundland. I always say it wrong. And we're working our way to Vancouver, and then we'll fly up to Whitehorse, Yellowknife, and then our final stops in Iqaluit, Nunavut on June 22nd. Am I correct, George? Yes, great. So today is day
36.
37?
3.
33? 33 of our 8-month tour across Canada, and we're just out to make everyone aware about organ and tissue donation and the shortage. I am still currently waiting for a liver transplant, and I am doing well, but there's more people out there that are in need and that we're trying to save. So with that, I'd just like to let everyone know to please become organ donors, sign your organ donor card, let your family know about your wishes, and just please don't take organs to heaven. Heaven knows we need them here. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Chris. Next, I want to invite a representative of the City of Moncton, our Deputy Mayor, Mr. Henderson, to come up and say a few words.
Mr. Marcello, Mr. Knowles, and Mark, who I've met several times. Ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, bonjour. On behalf of my colleagues in City Council and the residents of Moncton, I'm pleased to welcome you to our city. Au nom du Conseil municipal et les résidents et résidentes de Moncton, je suis très heureux de vous souhaiter la bienvenue. The City of Moncton is delighted to be included in your cross-country trek with the Torch of Life. I wish to extend a special welcome and congratulations to the students who are taking this cause to heart and who are with us today. I wish to express my sincere congratulations to the organizers and supporters of SOS 4000 and to the many other volunteers who worked so hard on this campaign. Your stories certainly encourage many people to talk to their loved ones about organ donations. Merci sincèrement de votre travail exceptionnel. Public awareness about the organ donation is the key to ensuring that the 4,000 Canadians awaiting a transplant will see a brighter and healthier future. Progress has been made over the years, however, more can still be done. Events like this one will serve to increase education, and I thank you for your dedication. Je tiens à vous remercier de votre dévouement. Congratulations as well to the Step by Step organization on your 10th anniversary. Your commitment to selflessness is truly inspirational. Felicitations, thank you, and I might say that I have mentioned to you that I have a pretty good friend who is awaiting a heart transplant at the present time, so organ donation is certainly very important, and once again I congratulate especially Mr. Knowles, who was waiting for a transplant yourself, to the work that you are doing, and best of luck to you all, and I hope you continue with success. I know Mark, I've heard Mark speak several times at our Rotary Club, and he's certainly it's a success of, can certainly demonstrate what transplants can do, has done for him. So all the best to you all. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you very much, Mr. Deputy Mayor. Part of Kristopher's journey this time was to include students as a way to link Canadians together, and so the torch has been passed from student to student and will be continued to be passed to more students as the torch moves from east to west across Canada. And so the student representative from the Moncton Riverview Dieppe area is my cousin, and so I'm very proud to introduce Kimberly Reed to come up and say something.
I am Mark's cousin, and I know he's been through a lot, and I just want to tell everyone to, get your donor card signed so that we can save more lives, and one person can save like 40 lives, so just sign your donor cards.
Thanks very much, Kimberly. I think it's very important that young people begin to understand what an impact that they can have in raising awareness, and people like Kimberly will do a good job and go a long way to doing that. The last but not least person that we want to bring up here is Mr. George Marcello. George is traveling with Kristopher across Canada, has made several treks himself to raise awareness not just in Canada but across the world, and is a two-time liver transplant recipient, right, George? Excellent, good, I made sure I get that right. And so we want to welcome George Marcello to the podium, who will tell us a little bit more about this trek and what we can all do to make a difference. George?
Thank you. On behalf of Step by Step and our sixth campaign, SOS4000, we would like to thank the following. We would like to extend a hearty thank you to Moncton Tourism for making a lot of things possible for us in doing this event, helping set up some of the accommodations which we're going to be staying in while we're here in Moncton for 3 days, and as well helping to set up some food for us. And we're traveling with a very dismal budget, and the only way we're able to get from community to community is to get contributions like this. And so we would like to extend our thanks to Creek's Restaurant, as well as Ramada Plaza Hotel and the Super 8 Hotel for helping out. And especially I'd like to thank Julian Summers for putting all this together. We'd also like to thank the Mayor's Office for helping to set up the event here at City Hall. And we also like to thank Riverview High School once again, who we had the privilege of organizing an event the last time we were here with Kristopher's Wish 3 years ago. And we had the opportunity to have some of the, because Kristopher was in grade 9 during that time and he was speaking to grade 9 students, we had the awesome opportunity of having Kristopher speak to some of those same students again, but now they're in grade 12 and he's in grade 12. So actually, this is actually really cool capturing all this on video. What we've been doing in the last 10 years is we've been capturing a lot of video and a lot of pictures throughout Canada, and I'm talking about like 500 communities, and we just have such memorable videos and pictures of the last time we were here and the time before that when we were here in Moncton and many other communities across Canada. And what we're building is a website where we're going to be able to show all the activities that we've done in the last 10 years in these 500 communities, and people will see all different stories and videos of people that have been participating from coast to coast, and the website is SOS4000.com. And we're especially happy about what we're doing in this campaign because we've organized over 130 students across the country to become Torch Champion ambassadors. And we were so happy to hear that Riverview High School had selected Kim Reed, who was a cousin of Mr. Mark Black. And we can always count on Mr. Mark Black to just jump in with both feet on last minute notice, because it was only a couple of days ago that he found out that he was going to host the activities, and he's born ready, you know, so thank you. And I also want to welcome the Reed family that are here as well, that joined the walk. And, you know, we're on our way to St. John for a Monday event, and we're traveling through New Brunswick. All the video that we captured today, and all the pictures, and any other pictures that could be submitted to us, we want to put them in like a family album right across Canada. So we'll have a national album of people, and we're going to talk more to Mark about doing our future relays here from year to year, because and Mark could testify to this too, we know that we have to keep at this. It can't be yesterday's news. We have to keep at this. There's people as we speak that are waiting. There's going to continue to be people as we're waiting, and we have to continue doing these activities. And so it's been our pleasure once again to come in your beautiful city of Moncton. Thank you.
So we want to thank George and Kristopher, and obviously welcome them to Moncton. I hope they enjoy their few days here. Enjoy the beautiful day today, because apparently it won't be so pretty tomorrow, but that's part of Atlantic Canada. And before you go, Kristopher, we have a little souvenir for you. This is a t-shirt from our transplant trot that we've now done 3 years in a row. And it's our little running, walking event to raise awareness. We don't go across Canada, we just go 5 kilometers, but we want you to have that to take back with you as you go across the country. So,
Christopher's losing his eyebrows here.
Yeah.
I've done it before, it's alright.
So we have the Times transcript right now taking a group photo here in Moncton in front of City Hall. We have a security guard going by, smiling at us.
Can I just get one with maybe just the area in front of?
Oh yeah.
Or do you want to get into?
Doesn't matter, whatever you want. It's up to you.
I'll take one here. You'll have to drop the camera though.
Oh, okay.
Take one here. You guys want to get?
Yeah. Okay, what's up, Chris?
Okay, I just got something from a very special person for organ and tissue donation, and now I am going to place it on the vehicle. So come with me, George. To the place. Oh, it doesn't stick. Okay, we're gonna have to find a spot for it. Well, it's supposed to be a magnet for the car, but we're gonna find a way to put it on. This is what we got. Gift of life. Be an organ donor. Great. I thought it would stick, but
Doesn't have tape underneath?
no, it's supposed to be magnet, but I guess this van doesn't have magnetility on it.
Well, that sure ruined this. All right, I got this on now. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of make an introduction. Okay, so we're here in Moncton, and we're at Creek's restaurant. And before we did this mission, before we started the campaign, one of our sponsors, Multimedia Nova, which is an Italian publication of newspapers, and they've been doing the print thing, the newspaper thing in the Italian community now for 50 years. They wanted to do some kind of tour across Canada and to see exactly where all the Italians are, or if there's any outside of Toronto, and what's going on with Italians living in other places. And so I never thought in a million years that here I am in Moncton and I'm talking to an Italian girl. And her name is Tina, and if you could just introduce yourself with your name and then the background, like how you arrived in Moncton, that would be great.
Okay. My name is Tina Santucci Lassard. Lassard is my married name, and Santucci comes from my family that originated in Italy. And my parents came down from Italy about 30 years ago. And I've learned the Canadian culture, but I've always felt that what my parents instilled in me, I felt that it was part of the Italian culture, which I wanted to keep up on my own.
And so your mother and father, which parts of Italy are they from?
My mother is from Rome, and my dad is from Abruzzi.
Okay. And in Moncton, there's other Italians.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I would say there's about 400 to 500.
Okay.
And we get together once a year, and we do Italian picnics, and there's other events that go on, but I'm so busy with my work life that it's hard to tend to all the functions. But it's good that it's out there to offer to us Italians.
Mm-hmm. And so as far as maritime Italians, outside of Moncton, there's a bit more in Halifax, a bit more Italians?
Yes, I would say.
Okay.
Yes.
And then in Newfoundland, there's some in St. John's?
Yes.
So basically, if somebody was going to come and do like a real official tour of Italians across Canada, they would stop off in St. John's and Sydney, I guess, too, right?
Yes, and also St. John, New Brunswick.
Oh, St. John, New Brunswick
Yes.
as well. Okay, that's and then a small community you were mentioning before in Liverpool.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
in Nova Scotia, Liverpool, Nova Scotia.
Yes.
Wow. So, how does I guess? Okay, you haven't lost your identity, your Italian identity, like you still feel it. How does it feel relating to a lot of non-Italians then? Like, I guess you kind of blend in to be a Canadian as well. I mean, I'm Canadian too,
Yes.
but does it feel like your Italian will never leave you?
No,
Like,
it definitely will not, especially coming with parents that were both originated from Italy. They've instilled that into me, and I love the culture, and I would never ever forget about it. It's something that will be with me for life. Just the respect that you get from one another and the closeness of the family. I don't see that too much in Canadian families. Maybe I haven't seen complete Canadian families, but from what I've seen, definitely the closeness from the Italians, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Whether you're family or friends that are Italian, they become family.
Yeah.
It's very important.
And your mom and dad, they still have like that beautiful broken English.
Oh, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. My mom speaks very little English, complete Italian. My dad, over the years working in Canada, developed a lot more English, but it's still broken.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Was there any difficulty being raised as an immigrant child, or your family? Did they go through any difficulty because being an immigrant, Italian immigrant was?
It was a culture shock for them. Living in Italy, it's completely different from living here in Canada. They had a lot of adjustments to do, and the biggest thing for them, from what I understood, was the language barrier.
Mm-hmm. But how was it like with the rest of the community? Was there, like, I remember when I was growing up, and I went to school, there was a lot of name calling when I was a kid. By other cultures that were already there, or Canadians, or and I had to and I remember back, my dad used to be called a DP, or like they used, it was pretty difficult, like for Italians in Toronto in the 50s and 60s. Was it the same here, or did you never witness
From what
it?
I understand from my parents' side, they basically stuck with the Italian that did come down. So working outside, I'm not 100% sure
How
if there was
you got
any
treated.
of that.
How about your memory?
With
Like,
myself, there was, and I always tried to let them know in a calm way, we're not different.
Yeah.
There's no difference. We're people. Yes, I do speak Italian. Yes, I do speak English, but we're no different.
so how many times does it come up, like through a week or through a month or through, where people where it's brought up that you're Italian to others? Like, I mean, today, you know, you heard my name, Marcello,
Yes.
and then, you know, and then that's how it came up.
Yes.
Like, does it often come up or seldom?
I would say maybe once a week, once every couple of weeks.
Really, eh?
Yes.
Okay, is it because they hear your, or how does it?
I always started off because I work in the restaurant business and I have a lot of different people coming in each and every day. And that being said, if I hear an Italian name, I'm all on it.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I'm very intrigued with the Italian language, and if I hear that Italian name or similar to it, I will go out of my way to ask them if they're Italian, and sometimes they turn out to be Spanish, but not too often. The majority is Italian.
Wow, that's amazing. Wow, this is great. Thank you. This is just fantastic. We're somewhere down the line. I know that you know, because there's such fascination with the Italian Canadian history, you know, and this somehow is going to fit in there somewhere. I don't know how yet, but it will. So thank you, Tina. Thank you for, you know, meeting you and everything. Thank you.
Likewise, George.
Okay. Bye. I am here in Moncton, and earlier today we were at a restaurant called Creek Restaurant, which Tourism of Moncton arranged for us to be at, and I met the general manager, Gilles Malfay, and when I met him and told him what we were doing, the most amazing thing followed. He mentioned that he was the president of Yannick Degrassi Association, and that him and Yannick were teammates for hockey. And right now we're at Yannick's house, and I coincidentally met with his dad and his mom, Jacques Camille and Yvette, and now we're here in the house where Yannick lived. And if you remember, when I was walking across Canada, I met the Grassi family after they heard the tragic loss of their son Yannick in 2001. He was a former Philadelphia hockey player. So now here we are on 30. I'm not sure what this street is, but it's in Moncton. And we're going to take some pictures inside the house of where Yannick lived. Over and out.